Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Just redid some things here. What am I going to talk about? What's the purpose of this video? I don't know. What's the purpose of me being here? To learn about myself. What's the purpose of us being here together? Learn about ourselves. Not create subject-object distinctions. If I say you and then I say me, doesn't that kind of create kind of this idea that there's something separate there? When all that's really happening is there's an interaction. Everything is an interaction. If there's no interaction, then nothing happens. So how do you identify with the interaction? I don't know. You tell me. By naming it, I mean, we could all call ourselves, I am non-local awareness, experiencing interactions in space-time. What the heck? And then, if you can figure out, if we look at a picture of a biofield and see that everything that we experience is coming from our heart, right? We're creating from our heart and then we receive back there. So from the heart, the mouth speaks. First level creative circuit. And we realize that we're creating the experience. So even if, like, I see a bird singing, I am creating the emotional response, or no emotional response whatsoever, to any input in the system. I am creating it. This is why going after external things is poor for our health, because we don't recognize the fact that we are the creator of how we feel, regardless of anything, whatever input we're receiving from the outside. We're creating it. So that delves into alchemy, right? That falls into alchemical personal abilities, because unless you can create your own thoughts and emotional states independent of anything that you are temporarily attached to or what you believe you're attached to, and the reality is we're not really attached to the whole thing or nothing, because everything is being created and destroyed all the time, where there isn't anything that's permanent. So if we try to attach ourselves to anything that's we think is solid, it's not, because it's just an interaction when we look close enough. Getting back to the original part of this video. Like, you guys are wrapping your mind around this stuff. So, yeah. So day-to-day activities and day-to-day thought forms mostly are based on unconscious things, because most of what we experience in three-dimensional space is an unconscious attachment to something that we believe is solid, but actually isn't. It's constantly changing. And so we're unable to create our own thought and emotional states independent of what we're experiencing out here. The healing state. Always creating a positive healing state for our environment. Or, here's the real kicker, to read chapter 11 in Revelation, it would indicate that maybe the best thing is to create suffering on a mass scale so that people learn how to be independent of their environment. What if you poison a third of the waters on the planet, or 2/3 of the water on the planet? People would have to learn how to transmute that or die, because they're no longer like, oh, that water's yucky. Well, I can turn anything. I can turn water into wine. Because it's the way I think. We've already proven that our meditative states, and if we get to a base state, can create chemicals in the body. So we are the creators of our own bodies, not some supernatural entity out here that we don't understand. It's literally bubbling up from our heart space and coming back to it. And that's why most people have to, in order for our bodies to rebuild themselves, most of the time we have to go to sleep, because we're so unconscious of who and what we are. just something to think about here. It's February 18th, 2026. So that's the timestamp on this video. And warn against subject-object distinctions in your environment. Somebody say, well, you're this and I'm not. It's like, oh, well, what am I? Isn't this just an interaction between you and me? Or myself? An interaction with myself. You're always interacting with yourself. You can't. If you are the interaction, then you are everything. Technically speaking. Because if there's nothing that's solid and everything is an interaction, then the source of that interaction is what everything is. Correct? I don't know. Love you guys. Love you. I love myself. We'll catch you on the next video. Something to think about. Catch you later. Bye.